Good evening, and welcome back to the St. Petersburg By Night Broadcasting Network. Tonight we present to you our Vampire the Masquerade chronicle, Mementos.
Welcome to another St. Pete by Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the St. Pete by Night YouTube channel where we play St. Petersburg by Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at St. Pete by Night. Make sure to check out St. Pete by Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, also known as X. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're also on Twitch, where we stream 5 days a week. But you should check us out on our website, stpetebynight.com, where we have our city map, we have our storyteller profiles, and we have our one-of-a-kind threat meter. How this coterie will affect that threat meter is yet to be seen. If you aren't already a subscriber here on YouTube, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Mementos, one of the exclusive chronicles here on St. Petersburg by Night. Let's go ahead and introduce our players.
I'm Lisha, and I'll be playing Parker, your friendly neighborhood brouhaha.
I'm Wex, a dark path on TikTok, and I will be playing Emeric Vale of Clan Tremere. Oh, Shaun, that's you.
I'm Rowe, and I will be playing Shaun Allen and Nosferatu.
Hi, my name is Panshi, and I am also known as Panshi_Artista on most of the platforms, and I am playing Wally, the Nosferatu.
Hello, I'm Lilith, and I will be playing the Summer known as Leaf.
And special thanks to Panshi Artista. She is one of our sponsors here on St. Pete by Night and did all of the amazing artwork here on our exclusive chronicle. Make sure to check out her link tree, which is available on our website. And you too could commission one of these fantastic drawings. So, St. Petersburg is a very special city. It declared praxis when it separated itself from the city of Tampa back in January of 2022, and it achieved praxis later that year in November under the reign of Prince Isabel de Navarra, the Black Rose of the Toreador. In July of 2023, Prince Isabel succumbed to the beckoning, a phenomenon that affects elders of kindred society and beckons them to go to the Middle East to fight in Gehenna. The night that she succumbed to the beckoning during the final Elysium, 3 of her handmaidens made the decision to leave St. Petersburg, but not before they robbed Prince de Navarra of many of her items. Some of these items held special value to several kindred in the city. And some of these items also posed a great threat to the Masquerade, for if they were found by the wrong hands, they could expose the intricacies of kindred society to those who should not see it. In November of 2023, a coterie was formed to start gathering these items that were stolen from Prince de Navarra's penthouse by her grandchild and the new prince, Carmine Russo. The coterie was able to gather a few items as well as apprehend one of the handmaidens responsible for stealing these items. She gave information that Emeric and Leaf were able to gather and keep to themselves so they could to complete the job ahead of them before she was put into torpor. That same night, the other 2 members of their coterie, a Malkavian known as Mabel and a Bruja known as Tugger, made the decision to leave the coterie to explore their paths through the Pony Express. It's been a couple of months since the coterie last met. Emeric went to Paris to seek out an item that his sire, who he discovered to be alive after the fall of Vienna 15 years ago, in Paris. While he was there, he picked up a new member to add to their coterie. Tonight, we find ourselves in the coterie domain of Indian Rocks.
Labradors. Oh.
The Labradors, no. The domain of Indian Rocks in St. Petersburg, where the Labrador Coterie has a haven known as the Indian Rocks Historical Museum. It's a small little house, used to probably be a residential building that was converted to show off the local history of the area. But when it was gifted to the Labradors Coterie, they repurposed it for their own means. Leaf, you were alerted by Emeric that he had returned from his trip, and that he was returning with someone who could help. So tonight, Leaf, you find yourself in the Coterie Haven. You were asked to meet Emeric and his new friend there. What has been going on through your mind in the time since Emeric left?
Well, a lot of things, to be honest. There's the matter of my meeting with Hush and my attempt to clean something up has been a little messed up, but I plan on taking care of that as well. trying to deal with the humanity lost and really just rebuild a foundation from the crumbled bits and pieces of a false truth I had sought comfort in for a long time.
Now, Leaf, knowing that Emeric is coming by with someone new, would you have Marigold with you tonight?
Absolutely not. Nope, no way. Nope.
So Marigold, but is Marigold somewhere nearby in a vehicle, perhaps?
I would have sent her back and just let her know that I would give her a text if I needed to be picked up once again.
Understood. Emeric, Wally, you had a nice trip. After a couple more days in Paris for Wally to settle his affairs, get permission from his sire to leave, and basically packing up his life in Paris to follow you, you stayed in New York for a few days. Wally was very interested, of course, in seeing all the libraries there. And Emeric, you picked up the book that you needed from the safety deposit box that Miriam told you to go find.
I did indeed.
After you set off from New York, you arrived in St. Petersburg just a couple days ago. Wally made his introductions to the prince, to his clan Primogen, and now he's settled and able to join you as you both walk up and approach this building. Now, Wally, the Coterie Haven that Emeric is leading you to, it's a very cozy-looking residential house. It has blue siding, white trimmed windows, a nice little, some nice steps that lead up to the front door, which has a stained glass window built into the door. There are flowers and bushes planted in the lawn, and the roof is actually a nice dark gray with solar panels on it. And you can see that behind this building is a very large expanse of park with a lot of trees and some field.
Isn't this adorable? This is very much more quaint than what I was expecting from you, Emeric.
It's certainly not the Louvre, I will give you that. And it is not the library you're accustomed to. But it is, well, maybe not the best St. Pete has to offer, but it is.
It is.
I mean, you can see it's well sheltered with the trees. It's close to the beach.
It's adorable.
It's not a bad location. It's not quite as high end as you may be used to, I suppose, but it is lovely. I think you'll like it, and it's well equipped.
What do you think I'm used to?
Imagine
you forget who I am.
I know who you are.
Suits.
Yes, but you also spend a great deal of time in very fancy libraries. It's a weird existence.
It is. It is indeed.
Are you ready to meet Leaf? I've told you a bit about her. Are you prepared? I think she'll like you, honestly. I mean, as much as she likes anybody. But yeah, I think so.
And I'm not prepared at all.
What do you mean you're not prepared? You're always prepared.
Oh, not to meet new people.
Well, that's fair.
Take a look at me and tell me I am prepared to meet anyone.
I think you are constantly prepared to meet anybody that you set your mind to. I believe that fully.
You sound like my mother.
I don't think I've ever met your mother, but perhaps we are related or have something, I don't know, some shared interest. I think we're probably about the same age, to be completely honest.
How old are you?
Not that much older than you, honestly, but old enough.
Leaf, can you go ahead and give me a wits and awareness?
I was just about to ask if I could use my heightened senses to hear this conversation.
You know what? Yeah, I could say you have. I would say that it's possible that you had your heightened senses up in preparation for someone to approach.
I mean, I imagine we were walking up the stairs and unlocking the door while we were talking.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's super hard, but
Oh, also,
Yeah.
if you guys can give me your rouse checks.
oh right. Let's see.
I succeeded.
It's just remind me again how to do a rouse check because it's been
It's just your blood die.
Okay, thank you.
I passed my
passed.
rouse. I failed my blush.
I
Okay.
did not blush. I
That-
failed my blush.
All right. So
That I was reminded about the blush real quick, and I bestial failed on that.
oh, you can't bestial fail on a rouse check, so you're good.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I just failed.
All right.
Thank
so
God.
you're both at 2 hunger.
Correct.
All right.
But
So
I passed my rouse.
yes, but you always start out at 1 hunger, and you failed your blush, so
Okay.
you're at 2 hunger now.
Oh yeah, fair. You can only drop to 0 when you kill someone.
Yes.
I forgot that.
All right.
Yes.
So,
I'm
Leaf,
sorry.
what did you get on your wits and awareness?
Just 1 second, because I rolled my hunger and blush.
Okay.
Clarification. Lanny probably would be with us. Yes.
Only if you have her coming with you.
Yeah, I would have her coming with us.
Okay.
I mean, what good's a bodyguard if they're not nearby?
All right. Then she is with you. She's walking alongside you guys.
I got 3 successes.
So with 3 successes, Leaf, I would say that you are able to hear the voices approaching, and you are able to discern Emeric's voice from the conversation happening outside. So you are aware that they have arrived and they are about to enter the building.
Okay, before they enter, I will lean slightly back on the table that is in front of that weird map thing on the wall. And I will cross my arms and just stare at the door, blank-faced.
Okay, are you trying to look intimidating? What are you trying to portray?
Not intimidating, just very much a person who means business. Like, there's nothing funny about Leaf in any way, and that this is just Leaf being Leaf.
Okay. So, Emeric, you go ahead and you reach for the doorknob to open the door to this building. And you walk in, and the first thing you see, Wally, when you come in, is that the main entrance area of this building, it's a very large open floor plan, and it could have been a living room when this was a residential home, but instead it is a room that has a large mural of the St. Petersburg map on one side, painted against one wall.
Okay.
And you also see that there are some cabinets with like little kitschy items on display, like little you see that there's like a bathing suit from like the 1940s on display on a mannequin. It's a lot of just like local historic stuff throughout the years. Like when this area of St. Petersburg was first founded, and just like seashells from the beach, things like that. It's like not like a historic museum, one of those museums like the Louvre or like a natural history museum. This is a tourist museum.
Okay.
And you see...
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
first impressions, this is for certain a change of pace, Emeric. This place is...
You're not in Paris anymore. I tried to warn you. I tried to prepare you, but you'll get used to this.
This looks like my grandma's house.
It probably was at some point, but now it's the local museum as much as it can be. It's a local cultural museum, not a
We
national.
had one of those
museum.
in my city. This is amazing.
I am glad you approve. Shall I introduce you? Leaf should be here.
And as
Sure.
like Leaf actually is in the room. She's positioned herself right in front of the mural that is painted against the wall, and she is basically leaning against the little table that stretches in front of it and has her arms crossed in front of her chest, just staring.
Emeric will look over at Leaf. There you are, always lurking in the shadows. Come meet Wally. I think you'll enjoy him.
Leaf will just stand up and uncross her arms, and without a word, walk up to the two men standing in front of her.
And Lanny's there too.
And Lanny is standing there too.
Lanny waves excitedly, seeing you, Leaf, and is kind of looking around already, trying to see if Marigold's here.
Leaf will just shake her head once at Lanny before looking back at Emeric and our new pal.
Wally, this is Leaf. Leaf, this is Wally.
Hi.
Hello, Wally. I was told that you've come to help.
Yeah, I did. I was invited by Emeric, so you must be Leaf. You are a little bit shorter than what I was expecting.
Don't worry. The height varies when I need it to. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure's all mine. Are we just all three, or we are waiting on some more people?
Well, as I know, it's just us. I mean, we might pick up a few more. It couldn't hurt if we find talented individuals. But for now, it's just us.
Nice. So are we doing the 20 questions game for introduction or icebreaker? Are you going to show me the lay of the land? Because this is as cold as my body the day I died.
Would you like to do some icebreakers? I suppose we could potentially do that if that's what you are looking for. We could do like 2 truths and a lie. It's always fun, I suppose. And Emeric has sort of a questioning look on his face that like he doesn't actually want to do this.
Well, aren't you quite the welcoming committee then? Where can I put my stuff?
Yeah, there's a room in the back that's pretty well. If you need a place to crash, I think as long as Leaf doesn't think you should not be in our little club. Leaf, do you have any questions or concerns about Wally?
I'm all about seeing action. I don't know much of a person when I first meet them, no matter what they say to me. But yes, there is space here for you to crash as you're new to town.
Isn't she a ray of sunshine? Cool then. Then I assume you're the one for the security.
We have adequate security.
One would hope so.
We also try to keep this particular location kind of off the books, so no gatherings. I think that should go without question or without saying. But just in case you were planning on meeting some new people, bring them somewhere else. I guess is my only request.
Please, Emeric, you worked with me before.
I have. I just would like Leaf to feel comfortable with you here and make sure that I have given you all the instructions that you need to have. You are a capable researcher and you are no fool. If you were a fool, I would not have invited you here.
You have way too much faith.
Oh, it's not faith. It's just experience. We've worked the work we've done before was productive. And that's what we need right now. Productive things. Get this job done.
That means you're having trouble with teammates?
Trouble. I don't know. And Emeric would look over to Leaf. What do you think? I don't think it was trouble so much as just maybe incompatibility, you think?
As long as nobody speaks for one another when they explicitly say, do not speak for me, I can speak for myself, I think we're going to be okay.
Well, that sounds like a history.
Let's just say one of our previous coterie mates didn't always have the most tact and ability to pick up on certain cues or instructions. So there's just simply a difference of perspective, I suppose.
It's about
Fair
this.
enough.
It's about this time that Emeric, you see that Lanny has been texting on her phone since she got the shake of her head from Leaf, and she looks up to you at that moment. Hey boss. So
Yeah.
I was texting Marigold saying that we were back in town and everything. She said she knows, but
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Lanny will look at Leaf. What? I was just saying hi. We were back in town and seeing if she wanted to go get bacon bitch in the morning.
Is there something wrong? Is there?
If I wanted a newcomer to know about Marigold, she would be here.
I'm sorry.
I have. This will be talked about later. Now is not the time.
Sorry,
Continue.
but
Just continue.
she was texting me because she can't, because of the phones and everything, saying that Irina messaged her for you to get a message to you, and that some guy named Scott's coming over.
Who's Scott's?
I don't know. She just said that. She said that the screenshot of the text message from Irina says, Scott Miller will be coming over to meet with you guys.
Rex doesn't look at Leaf. Do you know a Scott Miller?
No, I was not informed about any of this.
Lanny, can you just text Irina and ask her who Scott is and why he's coming here?
Yep. She goes and opens up an old text message thread with Irina, and texts her asking, "Who's Scott Miller?"
Go ahead.
And a couple moments after she texts that, she gets a response that just says, "Your new shadow."
And she relays that information, I assume?
Yes, she does relay this information.
Well, I guess we'll find out who Scott is and what this shadow stuff, the new shadow is, I guess. We'll have to get accustomed to dealing with somebody else, I guess. I don't know, maybe Irina's too busy for us these days. But yes, our new shadow is coming. Isn't that exciting?
I thought you already had a shadow.
We did. They just said we have a new one, so I don't know. I don't keep track of her social calendar. She's a rose after all. It's probably very full.
Leaf and Emeric, you would remember that when you went to the trial of the handmaiden, the seneschal informed you that Irina was being pulled back from her responsibilities as your shadow to focus on her duties as herald.
I mean, she is the herald after all. Herald's got to do herald things. I'm not even sure what that job really is, but apparently she has to focus on it.
So your treasure hunt was sponsored by the Herald?
No.
Or isn't that fancy?
No, it was not sponsored by the Herald. It was sponsored by the Prince.
Same old, tomato, potato.
Yes.
So quote.
Do we need to do anything to prepare for our new shadow, do you think, Leaf?
I mean, we stick to our duties and keep the place relatively clean.
Yeah,
There's
did
not
you
much.
vacuum the floor?
It's hardwood.
Still needs to be vacuumed then.
Swifford.
You're not allowed to mop hardwood floors.
You are welcome to take the duster thing and do the floors if you feel so inclined. I don't think we need to. I doubt that the dust on the floor or lack thereof is going to change this interaction. But then again, I don't know Shaun. Maybe Shaun is a neat freak. Who knows?
Who's
Scott.
Shaun?
Scott.
Scott. Sorry, my fault. Scott. I don't know Scott. Maybe Scott's a neat freak. I don't know.
I mean, the last one was Rose.
I don't know anything about this Scott fellow.
Y'all are very weird with this coterie stuff.
What do you mean weird? It's
You
just,
don't know your own shadow.
we do. We knew who they were, and now we know who the new one is. It changes. Things change sometimes.
Nothing
And you're
else
not
better.
trying to impress them.
We'll impress them with our work.
Uh-huh.
We're and Emerson look over at Leaf. We're pretty good at our job, right?
I would definitely say we are very good at our job. We have already impressed plenty of people.
Cool.
And
Cool.
I think you'll be a valuable member of our team, Wally. But yes, we tend to impress people with actions and not our dusting, generally speaking.
And besides, Emeric can talk us out of the most tense of situations anyway, so I'm not very worried about this next interaction.
Oh god, you are the face, Emeric. This is doomed. This is doomed from the start.
You, Wally, have never seen me in those situations. You see me at the library, and I will say that I am slightly more talented when it comes to dealing with people, usually, than I am even at research, if that gives you any... I don't know.
mean, yeah, that old lady in Edinburgh was not impressed.
Well, not everyone's going to be impressed all the time. Can't win them all.
You go and you guys get settled, waiting for this Scott Miller to arrive. Wally, you find that along with the entrance, there's an upstairs to this place too that looks like it was could have been bedrooms that were converted into staff rooms. So like there's like a little kitchenette upstairs. There's a room with like a pull-out sofa for napping, stuff like that. But there is also downstairs, the kitchen and dining room were converted to be turned into what's been repurposed as a library. So there's some bookshelves with a lot of plush furniture that does not match in any capacity. And the shelves are just full of books. You guys settle and you guys wait for a little bit, chit-chatting, getting to know each other a little bit, when you do hear the door open. Let me change scenes. The door opens and the three of you get up to go up to meet whoever's coming into your haven. And you see 2 men and a young woman. The man at the head of this trio, he is a man looks to be in his late 30s, early 40s at most. He's got dark hair, black hair, Caucasian descent, and he's got these bluish gray eyes that and just a shadowy beard that's covering his jawline and his face that has like a few gray hairs in it. He's dressed very casually, wearing jeans, a white shirt, and a button-down shirt that he just has open, and is looking around a little bit critically of the place. Beside him is another man and the young woman. Parker, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and describe what they see?
Her is about 5'3". She has vibrant dark purple hair, big glasses. She's wearing a raglan t-shirt that says, care about me, please. And it looks like she's chewing some gum.
And Shaun, what do they see when they look at you over at you?
Well, they would see a 6'2" man that looks pretty burnt up, barbecue gone wrong, with brown hair with three sides shaved and hazel eyes. His shirt is, I'd crit that with a D20 on the bottom of it, and some jeans and combat boots.
The man at the head of this trio looks to Emeric, Wally, and Leaf. I assume that you're the ones we're here to meet.
Oh, you must be Scott. I was just about to tell you the museum is closed, but yes, come in and please lock the door behind you.
Scott will look at Parker and gesture for her to do just that.
She'll blow a bubble and pop it as she locks the door.
Scott walks right into the establishment, just taking a cursory glance around, taking it all in. So where do you want to talk?
The common area is well situated for this number of people. Sit down and have a chat. Couches are fairly comfortable, and we can talk about our new arrangement, what I've heard.
He nods and heads on over, leads Shaun and Parker in that direction. You all head over into into the little library common room area, and all take seats in wherever you feel most comfortable, or stand if you wish. Lanny is going to be standing by the doorway, just keeping an eye on the situation. And Scott will look to all of you once you're settled. I'm Scott. Clan Bruja. I kind of got assigned to this. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Who are you?
So you have
you
background. I'm Emeric Vale. Apologies. Do you have a background in antiquities, art, object recovery? Anything like that? Okay.
Well, I mean, I did a few years in prison for robbing places, for robbery, stuff like that. But no, I don't know anything about history.
Okay, I just wanted to know. It's fine. So, man, this is Wally. This is Leaf. Leaf is our fearless leader. Wally is a new addition we've been considering. I think strongly.
He looks over at Wally. Well, yeah, he's of the Nosferatu.
Hey.
What? It's a compliment.
You don't look very happy to be here.
He glazes over that statement. Nosferatu are useful to have in any coterie.
At least.
What clans were you two from? He looks to Emeric and Leaf.
They really didn't brief you at all. Apologies. I'm Clan Tremere.
Yeah, no, we didn't get briefed.
What have you done to be put in this? Are you being punished or what?
Go ahead and actually give me an insight check. Wits and insight.
Yes!
Can I also give it a wits and insight check?
Yes.
An insight?
Yes, wits and insight.
I don't have insight.
And
Okay,
Parker,
I'm also gonna roll.
Parker, do you
I am
think
going to.
Parker, do you think you
rouse
would
check
have a
that.
reaction to this statement as well?
I passed. I am blood surging for this because Wally is fucking curious.
Parker, do you think that Parker would be having a reaction to this statement as well?
She'd glance at him and blow another bubble.
All right, I need you to give me a composure and subterfuge then.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
I
And
also got 3 successes.
And yes, you can add ingenue
And
I
my
got-
specialty.
and your specialty.
I got 7 successes and a crit.
Okay.
Oh dear. You read his mind.
Through his face.
Oh, I didn't do my rouse checks.
Oh yeah, Shaun and Parker, can you go ahead and do your rouse checks?
A fail. Fail
Uh-oh.
for the rouse, pass for the blush.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I gotta look at the Bruja Clan compulsion real quick.
Oh god. He failed a frenzy.
Not frenzy. He got a messy crit.
Oh.
So I gotta look up the Bruja Clan compulsion real quick, which I think is just to rebel.
Yeah, I
It's
think it's
to
just
rebel.
Yeah.
He's going to pout and stomp his way out of here. I hit a nerve.
He's gonna talk about bringing down the power or something. I don't know. We'll see.
They do not relent until they have gone against orders, expectations, or changed someone's mind. Okay.
No. No.
It's fine. Alright, Parker, what did you get?
5 successes.
5 successes? Alright, Emeric, what did you get?
3.
3. Wally, you also got 3?
Yeah.
And Leaf, okay. So, Emeric and Wally, you don't catch anything. But Leaf, with your 7 successes with a regular crit, it was?
Yes, just a regular crit.
Okay, with a regular crit. So 7 successes with a crit. You catch very quickly, very astutely. You catch this very brief and quick exchange between Parker and Scott. Just the moment Wally asked that question, they both kind of glanced at each other. You can see Scott stiffening slightly, his kind of white knuckling, his hand going into a fist on his leg. And he completely disregards Wally's question and looks over at Shaun. This is my guy Shaun. His sire sent him in from San Antonio, put him in contact with me. I figured having him join in to get some work, get to know the city a little bit more. Marcus said you were good with a sniper, Shaun?
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Shaun it was, yes?
Yeah.
Happy to have you on board. Please don't sniper us. That's all I ask.
No promises.
And
Of course, he smiles under the mask.
Hey, I'm not alone anymore. Nice.
And over here, he nods over to Parker. This is Parker. She's my childer. And I figured this would be a good way for her to get to learn the ropes.
I assume she knows the basics. Like, the masquerade, the traditions, things of that nature, yes.
Yeah, we just covered that.
Fangs
Okay.
go in, blood comes out. Don't tell anybody.
Do you want us to babysit your child while we do our jobs?
She's going to be
Don't need a
working with you.
babysitter.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure your child is very astute at various things, or very talented, I guess. I don't know. Shaun, you're a sniper. We know that. Anything else you do, skill-wise, that could be useful to us in our. Do you all know what we're doing? Do you have? Have you been briefed that far, or should I just sort of? Should we go over that first?
Russo said that he was having us watch you guys that you guys were stealing stuff or something. I don't know.
Recovering items of importance to the city, yes. Stealing is not exactly how I would describe it, but we are recovering various misplaced items.
Have you had to break into a place yet?
Is this some kind of joke?
He looks at Leaf. He looks at Leaf and just stares right at her. In what capacity, Miss Leaf?
She stares right back at him.
In what capacity, Miss Leaf?
You are supposed to be our shadow, and yet you haven't been informed of anything. And you bring your child there along, which there clearly seems to be something going on between the two of you.
Ew.
Not in that way. That's gross. I'm just wondering what the real purpose of you being here is. You seem to have
I've been
glazed
told
over. You seem to have glazed over a few questions so far. And I have concerns regarding the security of our mission, and talking about it with somebody who claims to be our shadow yet knows nothing of what we've been doing.
we got told we would be assigned to you guys. Well, I got told I would be assigned to watch over you guys by Carmine. And I'm not in a position, let's just say I'm not in a position to say no to the prince, all right?
Fair enough. So
if it makes you feel better, I'm pretty much just gonna let you guys run the things as you have been, and you pretty much just call me when there's trouble. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I guess we'll find out.
If we need to drop things off, do we have a location we can drop them off with you? Do we drop them off at the museum?
You could drop them off with me. You could drop them off at the Fine Arts Museum. I don't know. He kind of like, you see him like elbow on his leg, leaning forward, rubbing his one of the the side of his his temple with his thumb a little bit.
Let's not get bogged down in the details. You're fine. We'll figure it out. We'll take things to the Fine Arts Museum. We'll get them directly to where they need to go. Let's talk about skill sets. Shaun, you're a sniper, and what else? Or is that your primary focus?
I'm primary focus, yeah, but I can do other shit. Like connections.
Well, we can cover that later. It's completely fine. What about you, Parker? Shaun is good with a gun and well connected. What are your talents and skills for somebody who it sounds like is pretty young?
Well, we're going to be retrieving things, and I'm pretty good at breaking into places. Not terrible at talking to people. What kind of stuff do you need me to do?
And Emeric's just going to sort of look over at Leaf. What do we need her to do you think?
I mean, she has a bruja. We'll always need muscle if things go south.
I can throw
You
a
have...
punch.
You can throw a punch? Okay, then. There we go. I mean, it's probably going to be... You're probably still an upgrade over our last Bruja. Maybe. We'll see. I'm optimistic. Oh, but just for the record, just in case it ever comes up, maybe don't speak for your coterie mates, particularly when they have said that they don't want you to speak for them. Just a little advice from me to you. I think you'll be fine.
I don't speak for anybody but myself, so we're cool there.
Excellent.
You got your own voice, you can use it. You don't got one, I'll speak up for you.
You, Scott gets up and he starts to leave you guys to chat amongst each other and goes over to the window to just, watch out through it.
So, you all don't know anything about what we're doing, right? He would gesture at Shaun and Parker.
We're retrieving stuff.
Yep. And people. Stuff and
Uh-huh.
people.
So, we just kind of said what we do. What do you guys do?
Wally, why don't you introduce yourselves to our new co-workers, I suppose.
Wally's going to finally perk up because he probably is not paying attention on anything since Scott opened his mouth to say that he didn't know shit. And he's going to wave at the room. Hi, my name is Walter Sims. You can call me Wally, please. And I am your resident researcher, I guess. Emeric brought me here to help out with some investigation. I'm glad to know we have something from the family. Makes me feel a little safer.
I'm Emeric. I'm also quite good with research. I'm good with restoring art and detecting forgeries, and I'm good at changing people's minds. I can be very persuasive when I need to be.
And Leaf, was it?
Yes. I am good at breaking into places. And being in the shadows when needed.
Don't sell yourself short, Leaf. You are also our fearless leader.
That is true. I am the leader of this coterie.
What clan did you say you were from again, Leaf? I didn't catch it.
I am of Clan La Sombra.
Well, that explained the drive to be the leader then.
Man, I wouldn't really jump to stereotypes, but what's up?
Honestly, she didn't really go for it. It's sort of...
We don't need to discuss this.
It's not important.
I mean, it is a new group. I would propose a voting system, but if you all want to keep her, you can keep her. And he says that with trying to have the straightest of the faces, but failing miserably.
Yes,
I actually don't believe in a dictatorship, Wally. But thank you for making assumptions based off of a now 20-minute interaction?
Assumptions. I never said you rose to power through dictatorship.
And
You might as well have been elected. You're the one that said that the power fell in your lap.
So do any of y'all play like tabletop RPGs or anything like that?
Oh, I would love to.
What does that have anything to do with meeting up for the first time and talking about the Coterie mission and figuring out why the fuck our new shadow knows nothing about what's going on?
Well, tabletop like you hear Scott actually speak up from the window. Tabletop role-playing games are actually really good for breaking the ice and getting to know each other.
Yeah,
I finally know something.
We have a bit of a trust thing because we just met. You know, hey, what's your hobbies? Maybe we have something in common, shit like that. You know, but yeah.
Wally's going to turn to Emeric. I told you we should get prepared to play 20 questions.
I can see this, Wally. You are correct. We apparently should have prepared 20 questions. That is an oversight that will be corrected in the future on my part. I do not partake in that particular activity of, you said, tabletop role-play games. I'm not familiar, but I'm not against the idea. But we have work to do.
At this point in time, Leaf will grab out her phone and very nonchalantly send a text to Marigold saying, "Holy fucking shit, this is so much worse than I ever thought it could get."
Go ahead and roll technology with your Oblivion score.
Wally is amazed to see Alessandra using a cell phone.
Oh, she has to roll every time she tries to use it, though.
He still is amazed.
You haven't seen what happened yet. You don't know if this is going to go well or not.
That's why he's amazed.
You said roll a technology minus my Oblivion score?
Roll technology and your Oblivion score.
Okay.
The text sends, but the words look like they're melting.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So the typical stuff happens when you go to do the text messaging. Leaf. It's a standard Nokia flip phone. Like it takes the letters lag a little bit as you're typing them. You see the screen pixelate a couple of times, but when you do hit send, it takes like an extra 2 minutes, but the message eventually does go through as sent. It's a process like it always is. And you do get a response later just being like, I'll make sure we can talk about it when we get back to the Haven, the house, the house, ma'am.
Just out of curiosity, and my own personal curiosity, Emeric would be checking over on Lanny to see if she is texting occasionally, just to see if that's happening.
Right now, she's actually just watching all of you, kind of like looking between people as they're talking and like snapping at each other, almost like the kind of face that someone would have while watching reality TV.
Oh god, I'm part of a reality TV show.
She did look very intrigued when Shaun brought up D&D, though.
Okay, so we know you 3 now, but who's that? And Parker will point at Lenny.
He's my associate. Retainer.
What does she do?
She is she's talented in various forms of combat, and she's a good driver, and she's decently connected. And she
So you finally got yourself a babysitter. Nice.
Last time he
got myself adequate help. Yes.
Last time he left me in charge, I got the van, and the van apparently was not well received.
It was an adequate van for the needs we had that evening, so it was fine. It was a little unexpected, a little loud, but it was fine.
It's about this time. Oh, go ahead.
Wally's going to just approach like the side whisper to Shaun. This doesn't sound fine.
I've heard worse. Whispered back.
It's about this time that you hear Scott actively curse as he's looking through the window. God damn it, who the fuck invited her?
Leaf will whiplash her head towards the window.
Do you approach?
A little bit, just enough to see what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, Emeric absolutely is walking towards the window and is approaching. That's going to happen.
All right. So the two of you, as you look out the window, it's not hard to see. A black SUV pulled up front, and a woman with short cut hair, red hair, that both of you recognize as Jennifer from De Noche, has gotten out of the driver's seat of the SUV and is opening the back seat door. And Carmen steps out and starts approaching the building with purpose.
Leaf will immediately side-eye Scott at his statement of disdain towards Carmen, and she will then silently walk to the front door to open it in greeting.
Emeric will also be heading to the front door.
Who's coming?
An associate of ours, I guess. Somebody we have dealt with in the past who's relatively reliable.
Is
If
important.
not a little. And that's complicated.
Are they important in the city?
To some people.
That sounds vague.
Leaf will look at Emeric at him saying that and say, she's absolutely important to this city. Don't downplay her.
Thank you.
Just weirdly defensive of Carmen. Just weirdly defensive of her.
So you guys head over to the front door where Carmen has just let herself in. She has just come in.
When did she get a key? We locked the door.
Isn't that? I forgot about that. Okay. So she's trying to open the door. You see the doorknob jiggling, and then there's just an aggressive knocking at the door.
With a soft sigh, Leaf will quickly go to open it and greet Carmen. Good evening, Carmen. So nice of you to drop by.
Carmen breezes in. Shaun, Wally, and Parker, you see a seemingly 24-year-old Cuban woman with long down to her waist brown hair that is impeccably styled. She is very pretty, has very natural looking makeup on today, and she's wearing denim shorts and a mesh top with just a bra underneath.
Do I even want to know how you know where this is?
See, when the Herald pisses you off and you ask for something, she gives it to you.
As that is going on, before Leaf fully shuts the door, she is going to do a scan of the outside.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Heightened senses?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. The arena pissed you off? What happened?
Let's just say I have a Yelp review that's calling my fucking nightclub a sex club.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
It's not though, right?
It's not a sex club.
I'm not judging you. It's fine. Is that bad for business?
While they're talking, I just rolled. I have 10 successes.
Oh my god.
One is a regular crit. Oh wait, no, that's a bestial failure, right? With the skull.
If it's a skull, no. If you have, it's only a bestial failure if you don't meet the check.
And I think you met the check.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So 10 successes with a crit?
Yep.
All right. So 10 successes with a crit. You look outside. There is the vehicles that belong to the Coterie members. There's Carmen's vehicle, which is still running. And you do see in the front seat next to Jennifer, Spud and Tater Tot.
Spud and Tater Tot. Leaf, blank faces. Just blank faces. Does not show an ounce of emotion. And she shuts the door. Were there any darker shadows than usual?
No.
Hanging around? No? Okay. All right. She shuts the door.
Carmen just starts walking in. She's wearing high-heeled shoes, and she glances at she's just walking over towards your common area. And when she gets there, I'm assuming she'll see Parker, Wally, and Shaun sitting down still.
Yeah, Parker's sitting with one leg draped over the side of the couch, the arm of the couch.
We've had some recent personnel changes, Miss Alvarez.
She glances at Wally and Shaun, and you see the slightest of flinches, but she does give a polite smile after the flinch. Welcome to St. Petersburg. And then she glances at Parker and then at Scott. Hey, Scotty. Since didn't know that they let you out of the Walmart. And he just kind of narrows his eyes at her a little bit. And she'll glance at Parker. And who are you, sweetie?
Hey, Parker. Who are you?
I'm Carmen. And she looks you over. What clan are you from?
Ruha.
And then she'll look at Scott. Got yourself a little tag-along now? He says nothing to her. Well. All right, so, and she'll point at Emeric and Leaf. You two. I found a lead for you, and I need you to get it tonight.
Okay. Is this a lead for us or a lead for you?
Let's call it both, because no matter what you're getting me, you're bringing the thing to me.
Is this worth the favor we owe you?
No.
And our incentive is
the fact that it can break the Masquerade.
Okay, let's hear it. What are we taking care of?
I sent some feelers out, and I found out that there's an anthropology student who got his hands on a little journal that spans across that he is theorizing has spanned several generations, but also has made the distinct impression that all of the women who wrote in this journal across the generations have the same handwriting.
Right. That does help us anyway. Why are we bringing it to you specifically and not to where it needs to go?
It's mine.
Not, though.
We
know it's not.
It's mine.
What's the lead? Just tell us the lead, we'll go from there.
It's a journal that I assume got left with Isabel and should not be out there. I know how to get in contact with the owner of the journal, and I just need it returned to me so I can send it back to her.
To Isabel?
No. Isabel's gone.
Then who are you sending it to?
Give me a manipulation and persuasion roll.
Yeah, I can do that. Can I blood surge this?
Sure.
I'm not hungry. Okay. That is 7 successes, no crit.
7 successes.
Yes.
You see her hesitate just slightly. It's a journal that belonged to the former Toreador Whip. Her name was Dr. Lake, and I need the journal back. So are you going to do it or not?
Yeah.
Of course we're going to do it.
She hands over the address. It's just some anthropology student. That's his home address.
Okay.
Get it tonight. Quickly.
Will do.
And then she'll look at Scott. And Scott, while we wait for them, let's have a chat.
Leaf will give Scott a side eye and look at Carmen and give her the famous woman to woman, what the fuck is this shit look silently, before turning to Emeric and saying, well, I guess I gotta get Marigold.
Do we want to get the earpieces? Do we want to grab those just in case we need them?
Yeah, they're
wanna-
already in the trunk.
You want to bring Marigold too to this? You want to keep her eyes on the sky?
I was just gonna have her look at the address and figure out any
And
or anything on the inside that we'll need to know.
Emeric will sort of like nod towards Lanny. She can send the text, yeah?
And Marigold.
Yeah, better her than me.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. You whatever you like, Miss Leaf. You can get the distinct impression, Emeric, that Lanny is terrified of Leaf.
I mean, this Leaf is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fine. Is that good with you?
Yeah.
And Emeric will nod at Lanny.
Leaf will turn to the newcomers and take them all in for a moment. All right, well, you all heard Carmen. That's our job for tonight. We're going to retrieve this journal. We have the address. My ghoul is currently on her way. She'll be able to look up any information that we'll need to know about the building and the goings-on there. And then from there, we will make a plan of attack and get this shit done. Nobody fuck up.
Now, are we gonna all head there like in one giant vehicle, or are we all gonna take our own?
Can we take the van?
We should probably
Absolutely.
go ahead, Leaf. I'll let you make
No, go ahead, Emeric. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, Emeric.
I think we have maybe different perspectives on this.
I know. So go ahead, say it.
Everybody
is welcome to speak.
I was going to say perhaps we should take the van and then we can have an excellent excuse to get rid of it afterwards. It would be more discreet, is my thought, than vehicles registered to us. And everyone could fit in the van.
How is a van with all of that shit on it more discreet?
Because it can't be traced back to any of us. It was bought with cash.
Around the corner.
Just driving it. There.
Lanny will look to Parker. Yeah, the van that's parked around the corner, the one with the unicorns on it.
The what now?
Fine.
We can take the SUV if you prefer. We'll just have to park it a little further away and walk the last distance. That's fine with me too.
Nope. Everybody is excited about this fucking van now. And I don't want to hear the bickering. So.
Van it is. We'll take the van.
I mean,
Unicorns and all.
Go ahead, Shaun.
I was gonna say, would anyone really expect a unicorn-covered van to be shadowing anyone?
Yes.
No,
It's Florida. It's Florida.
Exactly, it's Florida. No one thinks it's that unusual.
There's weird
I mean, I
shit here
figured
all
those-
the time.
It's
I
a
mean,
van. It's obviously following someone.
I
It ha-
figured, as long as it wasn't white with the free Wi-Fi or free candy written on the side of it, we'd be good.
No,
we do
it's-
have free candy inside the van. I promise.
It's
I'll get in the van.
it's a van with unicorns on it and lightning bolts.
Wizards. There's a wizard. on
And
there.
there's a wizard on it as well.
Did you say
mean,
there
I'm
is
with
free
you.
candy in the van?
No, there's not actually candy in the van.
What is Marigold's E ETA?
Marigold is en route to the location to and is going to be sending photos ahead of time, along with
At this
links.
point-
Perfect.
Emeric is going to look at Parker, who is, I'm assuming, still chewing and loudly popping the bubble gum.
Yes. This whole time she has been.
And why do you feel the need to chew on what I can only assume just tastes like an ashtray? Why is that appealing?
I mean,
And he's looking directly at Parker, for the record.
it doesn't taste good, but it smells good. And I do this all the time. I kind of got to keep it up.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, honestly, though, this van isn't. I haven't really been in Florida for long enough to really
It's just a cash purchased van that we have used to be willing to trash it if we need to. Although I think certain people would be very disappointed if that were the case. But if we get spotted, we can just dump it, burn it, or scrap it. And that's sort of the logic there.
So Lanny starts heading out to pull the van around. And you guys start heading out, packing up all the necessary stuff that you usually take out to these heists, as it were. By the time you've got it all packed up and you're heading up front, Lanny has pulled the vehicle around. It is a maroon van with, you guessed it, a unicorn across the hood and a wizard on the side and lightning bolts. And it is fantastic.
It reminds me of home. But I can always paint over this later if we need.
Leaf just pinches the bridge of her nose like she does every single time she sees this fucking thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and collect my army duffel from the back of my vehicle, and
you guys get in the van, pile in, and Lanny punches in the address and starts driving to the location. It's about a 10-minute drive towards the Seminole area of St. Petersburg to an apartment complex. It's got it's a large apartment complex with about 180 units. By the way, Leaf, this is the information that Marigold is sending you. It's got about 180 units. She had the apartment that Carmen passed along is a 1-bedroom apartment that is being rented out by an individual named Dennis Cole. And he lives there by himself. And what she's been able to gather from a cursory Facebook search, social media search, is that he is an SFU student who is in the anthropology department and studying to get his major.
Security?
She says that there is no security, that this is just it's just a college student living in an apartment by himself. There's no cameras in the complex or anything. It's just a very basic apartment complex.
Okay.
How open is the apartment complex? Like, is it right off the street? Is it in like a little pocket?
So
in a side street?
it's one of those like apartment complex that comes off almost cul-de-sac-y. Like there's an entrance to the apartment complex and then it's just rows of buildings with like parking lots between them.
Okay, and is it gated or not gated?
It's not gated. And like the exterior's yellow, so it's like a very brightly painted. It's like beach painted, coastal painted apartment complex. Like Leaf, the information that that Marigold would have sent you text message wise would have indicated that this seems to be that's going to be just a very easy in and out job.
Leaf relays the information as she gets it in and says just that. Says that this is going to hopefully be just an easy in and out operation. There's a few ways that we can go about it, but she would rather make this as low key as possible, and looks at Emeric.
I can make sure he remembers exactly what is convenient for all of us, and then I can make sure he forgets we were ever there. Or you can. Teamwork and all that.
It makes the dream work.
And
Okay.
Emeric will look to Wally. You think you can locate this journal and bring it back?
I think so, yeah. Do we expect the guy to be awake?
I expect him to wake him up when I knock on the door.
Why are you knocking on the door?
Because I need to talk to him to make sure he remembers exactly what we want him to remember.
Why do you need him to remember anything if we can just go in and go out?
Because it would be easier to make him forget about the journal altogether instead of waking up one day to the journal being gone and him making a huge fuss about it.
How are you going to make him forget something that he has for days now?
I'm not going to make him forget what he had. I'm just going to make him remember a different set of events that makes his story less credible to himself.
Then can't you just convince him to getting it to us?
Yeah, that's the idea. I'm going to convince him to give it to us, or you all can sneak in and grab it. I don't care. I'm just going to make sure that at the end of the day, or the evening rather, he believes fully that he created this entire journal for clout, and then he had convinced himself it was real, and it never really existed.
Okay.
And if that plan fails, then we need somebody to be able to sneak in completely undetected and steal the journal. But that is a last resort.
Cool, and we are...
Being said, how many people are we going to have approach this door?
I don't know. Can either of you move without being seen?
Yes.
To manage.
Okay, well, I'll distract him at the door. You all manage to get him, walk by him, I would say. Is that fair?
How are we getting to the door? It's a apartment complex? I couldn't catch that the first time.
Yeah, it's an open apartment complex. There's no gate or anything, so you can just literally drive right in.
And we have, it's stairs or elevators?
It's stairs. He lives on the second floor.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about elevator cameras or anything.
No,
like
it's literally one of those like apartment complexes that are like, it's 2 stories on each building. There's a set, like each building has has 4 apartments built into it, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're 2 people. This is like a 2-man job then. Like you go in to try to pull your charisma shit, and then one of us, if that fails, sneaks in.
No,
right?
I'll get him away from the door, and he'll look at Lanny. We'll get him away from the door. The 2 of you go in there and go through his things. If he hears you, I'll cloud his memory. He'll forget and then we'll start over while you continue to find what you're looking for. We'll repeat that until we're done, and then I will rewrite whatever I need to rewrite, and then we'll leave.
So you need the two of us to do this.
Well, two of you, three of you, four of you, I don't care, honestly. We can just walk past him, and I can make him forget you're there. And we can repeat that repeatedly, too, if we need to. I don't care. We just need to find this damn book, get it back to me, and I will make sure that he remembers what we need him to remember. That's all we need to do.
Lanny speaks up. More people would probably be better to look for it because, like, no one knows what it looks like, and I would imagine we would need to read a few books to double check to make sure what we're grabbing.
Yep. And once we get it, I will take a look at it to verify that it is a real thing and not actually a fabrication, because that is what I do.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep this low key, and she will look at Parker and say, this is no offense to you, but considering you are just a childer and we need to remain as inconspicuous as possible, I would like you to remain in the van with Marigold here.
You mean Lanny?
No, Marigold's in the van too. Lanny's coming with us.
Marigold drove ahead in a different car.
Oh, okay. That would... Okay.
Remember, you said you sent her ahead, Leaf.
I thought I said I just sent her over to the museum.
Oh, I thought, sorry. I misunderstood.
No, that's okay.
Well, now you have two cars just in case.
Yes, 2 cars. Great. Wonderful. Anyway, so Parker, I would like you to stay in the car in case anything happens. Are you good with driving a car, Parker?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Been driving since I was 14.
Works for me. So the 3 of you need to go up there. I will be watching from the shadows. Emeric will knock on the door and be the face of the group, as always, and lure Dennis out. You two will slip inside, look for any old-fashioned journals. I am sure it won't be just randomly placed in a stack of books. It would be prominently placed somewhere as special objects of interest. And Emeric will keep him talking, giving you enough time to find the journal and get out. And if something happens, Parker and I will be on standby to fix the situation.
No, nothing will happen.
St. Petersburg by Night is brought to you through collaborations with our partnered vendors: Wolfpack Dice, Ember Fox Dice, Dragon Ink Dice, Farrah the Bard, Champs Tramps, Panshi Artista, Chromatic Creations. Links to our partnered vendors, as well as our Twitch and YouTube channels, can be found on our website, stpbynight.com. The official theme song for St. Petersburg by Night is Vampire by Faith and Failure. You can find them at faithandfailure.com. You can follow St. Pete by Night on all socials with the hashtag St. Pete by Night. If you wish to support our program, you can do so at ko-fi.com/St. Pete by Night to help keep the stories rolling.
All right. So,
I got a question.
Yes.
Are we going through a window or through the door? Both.
I will get him to you. If you can be unseen, I will make sure that he does not. He leaves the door open and walks away for a while, so you can walk in.
I can get you through the window if you need.
Yeah. I mean, today is a little bit warmer. Maybe.
Or you can just walk in the door that he'll leave open, because I have him leave it open.
What if he's not home?
Get into trouble.
If he's not home, we'll break in. That's fine, too.
I can get you in the door that way, too.
Yes, you can. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I guess we'll knock and we'll find out. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
This reminds me so much.
All right. So, Leaf, you're going to be watching from the shadows?
Yes, I am going to stand just far enough away to where I can still hear everything, but shrouded.
Okay. So you're
that I
going to
can
just use Shadow Cloak then?
Yes, I will do Shadow Cloak, and I am going to. I'm actually going to strategically place myself to where I can both watch and hear what's going on, but also keep an eye out on anything going on around us in case something shady goes down.
So go ahead and give me a wits and awareness to determine where the best place to do that would be. Shaun, Emeric, and Wally, you're going to the front door, correct? Or are one of you going to try to go check the window?
Considering it's second story, figured unless he likes to keep his window open, it's probably gonna make a sound.
I think I might be overcomplicating this. I'm going to try something and we'll see if it works.
I'm gonna spend a willpower really quick.
Okay.
If we are going through the door, I am going to, seeing everybody looks away, I am going to disappear.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your rouse check for unseen passage.
Might as well do the same.
All right.
Pass.
Emeric, you start heading over towards the door of the apartment, and when you look over your shoulder to your Nosferatu compatriots, they're gone.
Excellent.
I am going to, just for shits and giggles, be real close to Emeric. So close that Silence of Death can't catch it, and I'm going to whisper to his ear, just like old times, huh?
It's just like old times. Let's get this done. I have an idea. Just be patient and see if it works.
Okay.
And he's gonna walk to the door with Lanny.
I thought Lanny was staying behind in the van.
No, I thought Parker was staying in the van. You know what? Actually, Lanny can stay in the van. That's totally fine. I'm not worried about this.
Who all is in the van?
Lanny and Parker are in the van.
That's fine. You all stay in the van. I'll just go. This should be fairly straightforward.
Real quick, too. Leaf, what did you get in your roll?
I did get 4 successes.
4 successes. Best vantage point will be the, like, the stairs do so. That's this sort of L, like, and has, like, a landing midway. So the best place to keep an eye on both the parking lot and the apartment entrance would be from there. Go ahead, Emeric.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. And Parker, you are in the van with Lanny. As they're walking away and you're in the van, Lanny will kind of just look at you. So do you like gum?
Yeah, do you want some?
What
And
kind?
she'll pull a pack out of her pocket.
What kind is it?
Spearmint.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you wait here, and Parker's gonna activate Silence of Death and get out of the van.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So Emeric,
Mm-hmm.
you knock on the door. No response.
I knock again. And this time I say, gas company.
No response.
I look over to the place where I assume that my maybe Nosferatu maybe or may not be, and be like, can one of you take care of this? And he's going to step away from the door and see if they can open it.
Can I do it?
Yeah, if one of you wants to try to pick the lock.
Can you do that
I
while remaining unseen? Is that a thing? I don't know.
I mean, I can cast Silence of Death and try my hand at it, unless you're better at it.
Let me double check.
I mean, I am pretty good at it.
Let me just double check
And I do carry a lockpick.
Okay. Let me just double check Unseen Passage real quick.
I believe you have to make a check with Unseen Passage.
They,
To be
uh,
perceived.
to be perceived, but no one's
To
trying
be
to perceive
perceived.
them. Unseen Passage.
Technically, you can move things around. You just can't, you just don't need to.
As long as the
Call
user,
people,
so basically
yeah.
it's as long as the user emits no overpowering odors and no sound louder than a whisper. So since they have Silence of Death up, they can't make a sound louder than a whisper. They can't make any sound right now. So yeah, they could do a lock picking without breaking Obfuscate.
Nice.
Yes. So Wally, go ahead and give me a Dex and Larceny check. While Panshi's rolling. Parker, what are you doing?
Can I use my break-in? Can I use stealth and use my break-in specialty?
No, it would be a Larceny check.
Then maybe I'm not the best person to do that.
Parker is.
Then I don't get why we have in the book a break-in specialty.
Break-in,
If it's not
it's
in larceny.
break-in specialty is for being able to break into a place undetected. Actually picking a lock would be Larceny.
Then someone else pick the lock and I can land it.
Is the door even locked?
Sean, thank you so much for asking that. We'll get right back to you. Parker, what are you doing?
It's not locked. Nice.
Parker is going around the back of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Are there balconies or anything?
There are balconies.
She is going to jump up.
So
and
when you go around before you can grab on, when you go around, I want you to give me a wits and awareness.
Okay.
Reminding, she is using Silence of Death or Cloak of Shadows?
Silence of
Silence
Death.
of Death.
So she is visible.
Yes.
Oh dear.
So Leaf 100% sees her right now, just doing that, right?
One success.
One
Yeah,
success.
she's not being
dear.
stealthy walking around the back. She's trying to act like she belongs there.
So,
But she got one success.
one success. All right. So all you notice just from a cursory glance. So with one success, all you're gonna notice is that the window of the the sliding door of the balcony is open.
Told you we needed to look for it.
Leaf,
So-
you would have noticed Parker leave the van and start heading around the back of the building. And yes, Parker.
Parker, I'm going to jump up so I can grab the bars on the balcony and pull myself up
All right, go
onto
ahead.
the second floor.
Go ahead and roll Dex and Athletics, and then while you're rolling, we're gonna switch back to Shaun, Emeric, and Wally. Sean.
I'm in athletics search.
Yeah.
So while those two are talking, I have Silence of Death. I'm going to open the door and step to the side. I'm not going to enter just yet.
Yeah, it opens. It was not locked.
Good.
Emeric is going to walk in, hold the door open to allow time for his friends to potentially enter or not. He doesn't know. And then close the door behind him.
Classic D&D move, guys.
Amazing.
But yeah.
That was very smart move.
And this guy's name is Dennis?
Dennis.
Yes. Dennis, is everything okay, Dennis?
So, the apartment.
Go for it. Yeah,
The apartment, as you come in, you come into the living room / kitchen area. It's very open floor plan. There's a beat up couch against the wall. There's a TV by the window. You see the kitchen area. You see that there is just stuff, like you see that there are cereal boxes and everything, just like on top of the refrigerators and stuff. There's a bowl of cereal on the coffee table, and you do see lounged on the couch is a young man of college student age.
Dennis? Is he sleeping? Is he awake? Is he alive?
You approach him, and you hear just loud snoring.
Okay. I'm just going to sit there and watch him for now, and I'm going to allow... Actually, I'm going to allow the Shaun and Wally to start searching for the journal, and I'm going to maybe look and see if he is armed or if he has the journal on him or near him.
I have a quick question.
Real quick, So, Emeric, go ahead and roll wits and investigation. Shaun and Wally, you can start heading towards the back, and then we're gonna switch while that's happening. We're gonna switch to Parker and Leaf. Leaf, you had a question.
Yes. So, in regards to everyone but Leaf wearing the earpieces, would they still pick up Wally and Shaun talking?
Wally and Shaun could still talk because they do not have Ghost in the Machine, so obfuscate doesn't work.
I do
on electron. Oh, so Shaun would be able to, but Wally would not be able to. With Ghost in the Machine, you are able to basically not be visible or audible on cameras.
Can I choose if it works or not? Like if I need to communicate on a phone, or is it just something that happens when I activate Obfuscate?
Let me just double check because I do believe it is passive. Let me just double check real quick. Hold on.
Because it says the duration is as power used.
So yeah, it stacks with your unseen passage.
Okay.
So as long as you're using unseen passage. Okay, so I think you would be able to use it wouldn't work if you could use it with Silence of Death then. So I think it would just stack on yeah.
Yeah, it stacks. Yeah. So yeah, I am quiet as a mouse.
Okay. And yeah, so Shaun would be able to communicate over the comms, and so will Emeric and Parker, but Wally and Leaf are unable to communicate. Though Wally, you can still hear. So Parker, what did you get on your Dex and Athletics?
I got a 6 success with a crit.
6 successes with a crit. This is no issue for you. You managed to climb up, and in fact, as you're climbing up, I'll say that you are able to spot the thing that you weren't able to before. Because as you're climbing and you're pulling yourself over the railing, you notice as you just vault over the swing your leg over the railing and set foot onto the balcony. You see rope on the corner of the balcony tied to one of the rails.
Like someone used it to climb up?
Yep.
Oh shit. And we have earpieces, yeah?
Yep.
Hey guys.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. All of you have earpieces.
Didn't we just say that Parker didn't have her earpiece?
No, I said Parker has an earpiece. Parker is able to talk and listen, but
Leaf doesn't because
Leaf doesn't. Yeah, Leaf doesn't have an earpiece because she's a Lasombra. It wouldn't work anyway. So that's why she has heightened senses.
Gotcha. I got the names mixed up. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. So you guys hear Leaf over the comms. Parker. You hear Parker over the comms.
Guys, it looks like somebody already came in through the back.
Emeric, Shaun, and Wally, you hear this, Shaun and Wally, as you step foot into the back room. Shaun and Wally, I would like you to give me your dexterity and obfuscate rolls.
Oh, Lord. Dexterity and obfuscate.
Yep.
Jesus, what we rolling? Can I blood search for that, or is it just on the go?
It's on the go. It's an on the go thing.
Oh, for the record, I blood searched on my roll to get to the balcony, and I failed, so I got hungrier.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. Okay. All right. So /V5, and then you put your pool for your unseen passage plus your dexterity, Shaun. And then you add your hunger to it.
Okay, so basically 5 plus hunger, or it includes the hunger?
So you put in your total. You put your total pool in. So how many dice do you have total for dex and obfuscate?
Okay, and then the hunger?
Yeah, and then you add hunger to the you click hunger. All right, so you got 1 success. All right, so Wally and Shaun, as you step through the door, 2 successes. As you step through the door, you hear the click of a gun.
Well, shit.
And you see a woman standing behind a desk. That has clearly been moved. First off, this room is a mess right now. There are books all over the floor, all over the room, just spread out and in disarray. Clothes have been pulled out of the dresser. The bed has been flipped. And it's just a complete mess. It's like a hurricane came through this bedroom. The woman standing behind the desk that she seemingly has moved to block be between her and you guys. She is a woman that stands at about 5'8". She has a dove tattoo over her collarbone and a lotus neck tattoo. She has a septum piercing and a teardrop tattoo along with one of those piercings next to the eye. And she's got these big hoop earrings on. She is wearing very baggy jeans with sneakers, and she has a beanie that is pulled down low over her head and wearing a hoodie. She's very pretty, but also looks very scary, and she is pointing the gun right at you both.
She saw us?
She saw you. She sees you.
Shouldn't that be a contested roll?
She got 5 successes on her Sense the Unseen.
Oh, so that was the roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She points the gun right at you. Back the fuck up!
I assume I hear this, yes?
Yeah, you hear this.
Does Leaf hear
And
that?
assuming it breaks the obfuscate.
Yep.
And the first thing to do, Emeric stand up and be like, Lanny, get in here. And he's not even going to address Parker. She can do what she wants because she's obviously going to do that. And Parker's going to Emeric is going to head towards that direction where the woman was talking.
Mm-hmm. Parker,
Leaf hear?
You hear it as well. Leaf, you all hear it. Parker, you're hearing it directly in front of you through the those like balcony door blinds.
Mm-hmm.
They're those types of blinds.
So the door is open, but the blinds are closed?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll put my hands up and be like, easy. What's going on?
She go ahead and give me a wits and insight, Shaun.
Does this woman looks human or kindred or anything the likes?
Give me a wits and awareness for that.
1 success, not really my strong suit.
1
Because
success.
the way she might be able to look at us,
So with
that is sus.
with 1 success,
Can I blood
Shaun-
search?
Yes, you can blood search. With 1 success, Shaun, this woman is clearly spooked. But she had time to prep, and she looks like she is ready to use that gun if needed.
5.
5 successes. Wally, looking over this woman, you can see that she is deathly pale, and she does not appear to be breathing. But you also, with your wits and awareness, you also catch another a little detail. With 5 successes, I will say you can also smell blood coming from her direction.
What I'm going to try to do, ever so slowly inch away from the door, giving Wally ability to enter, and try to kind of split her attention between the two of us.
So, did you have yourself a late night snack? Is that it?
I'm not here to fucking answer your questions. Get the fuck back!
Nope. Why are
Well,
you being so mean? I'm being polite.
You're the one breaking in here.
I did not break in, the door was open. What's your excuse?
Emeric, Leaf, what are you doing?
While this is going on, Leaf is stealthily but very quickly coming into the apartment to investigate what is going on. She is hugging the walls and obviously does not need to go and barge her way into the room that this is happening in. But she is just standing in one of the darkest corners just enough so that she can see the woman that they're talking to.
Go ahead and give me a dex and stealth. And while you're rolling, Emeric, what are you doing?
I was already heading in that direction as I was telling Lanny to get over here. And as soon as I come around the door, if she looks at me, I'm going to issue a command with Mesmerize.
Okay, let's see. To catch her gaze, let's go ahead and do... To catch her gaze, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness to see if you can catch her eye.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of in the moment.
I mean, I was thinking like manipulation and subterfuge, but that works too. Like I was just gonna go there and like if she didn't look at me as I came into her field of view, because I feel like that's a reaction of someone in this case.
Okay. Okay, so
I was just gonna.
Yeah, I can see
whistle.
that. Manipulation and subterfuge. Then, yeah.
While he's rolling, I rolled a 6 with a crit.
6 with a crit. You are able to easily. You're comfortable in them after all. Easily able to meld into the shadows against the wall, and kind of have them fold over you with your shadow cloak.
All right, I am just sitting, I would say pretty, but oblivion is terrifying. So I am just sitting there and watching the scene unfold.
Okay.
Before I make any decisions.
I got 4 successes to catch her eye.
4 successes.
Or to convince her to look at me, essentially.
Let me... 4 successes. Okay, let me see. I think she would do... All right, so. All right, yeah, you. She sees you move, and you're able to catch her gaze.
All right. And with Mesmerize, I can issue fairly complex commands, yes?
Correct.
So as soon as I catch her eye, it's going to be drop the gun, step away, and step away from it, stand against the wall, and he's going to point at the farthest wall away from himself and from the exit.
Okay.
And stand there.
All right. Go ahead and roll your. It is manipulation and dominate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and she is going to roll
Intelligence and resolve. And can I blood search this one?
Yes, you may, because she
And
definitely is.
I am definitely hungrier, so.
Intelligence, resolve, and this. And... Ooh, I like this build.
I'm glad you like the build. However, I'm gonna. Can I burn a willpower too?
Yeah, you can burn a willpower.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. I like that. So that's 9 successes with a crit.
9 successes with a crit. Okay, she is also going to burn a willpower. Okay.
As this is happening, can Parker try to sneak in through the blinds into that room?
Go ahead and give me a Dex and Stealth to see. Oh wait, yeah, Dex and Stealth, and you can add your Obfuscate because of Silence of Death.
Do I get to add the break-in specialty? Because I'm breaking in sneakily.
Yes. All right. So.
Wait, you can add obfuscate to that roll? My god, I'm invisible.
Welcome to being a Nosferatu, I guess.
All right. So she also got 9 successes with a crit.
So I win? That's how you rule it typically, yes?
Yep.
Oof.
So what was the command again?
Put the gun down, walk over to the wall, and stand there.
Okay.
As soon as that happens, I'll go for the gun.
So she puts the gun down, but doesn't let it go, and then backs up towards the wall while still crouched. And he's kind of
How does one put the gun down but doesn't let go of the gun?
Because it's down.
She's holding the gun to the floor?
Yeah, he's just said put the gun down. She put it down. But she didn't let it go. And she's backing up towards that wall.
Is that wall towards Parker?
I don't think it would be away from the exit, so it probably has visibility on the entrance at that point, yeah, I would guess.
Punch her.
So she's backing up. So basically the way the room's set up, there's the doorway that you guys are standing in, and directly across is the balcony door. There's a desk between you two, so she is sidestepping towards the wall to the right of you guys. In the doorway and to the left of Parker.
Is she able to fight? Emeric?
I rolled a 4 for stealth.
4 for stealth. She spots you.
Just for clarification, when I see that she did not actually drop the gun on the floor, Emeric would pull his own sidearm as she's walking to the wall and definitely train it on her.
Once she's at the wall, she gets back up with the gun in her hand still and raises it again. And now has her eyes closed. Or not closed, but she's not looking at any of you in the eye. She's looking at all of your feet.
You don't have much many options here. You are severely outnumbered. Now, you can put that gun down and we can have a nice conversation. Or we can see how this all plays out, and I don't think it's going to end well for you.
While he's talking with her, can I make a move to the desk slowly?
Go ahead. How are you going about it? Like what are you trying to do?
Well, I still have the silence of death, but I'm gonna see if I can kind of inconspicuously start searching the desk while he's talking to her.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a wits and investigation to look over the desk.
Can I start looking around in?
Yes. Go if you're scanning for the journal, go ahead and give me a wits and investigation while Emeric has his gun trained on this woman.
Can I use my intelligence if I'm deducting the places that she already searched for?
Yes.
Yes, nice, thank you. I will be blood surging for that if that's okay.
Yes. Parker, what were you saying?
I got hungry.
Is Parker close enough to try to grab the gun out of her hand?
There is a fair amount of distance. There's not a fair amount, but like there's like a few feet between the two of you. You can try. It would be a contested strength and brawl roll.
Okay, quick question. For the blood surge, do I choose true?
For the blood surge, 1 second. No, you don't choose true.
8 successes with a crit.
Okay. So, yeah, Parker, if you want to try to grab at the gun, it would be a strength and brawl against hers. The woman is looking at you, Emeric.
Mm-hmm.
Not at your face. She's looking more at your at the tie on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think I know why you're here. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not here.
Same reason you're here?
It's not here.
Who sent you?
Don't worry about who sent me. None of your. I'm not asking who sent you.
I wasn't going to tell you anyway, but you.
Yeah, so why should
we have you at a bit of a disadvantage, and I want to know if we should be worried about you moving forward or not. What is your motivation for being? Why do you want this particular artifact?
Listen, I don't ask questions. I just get what I've been told to retrieve.
Uh-huh.
And apparently has a snack.
I didn't fucking have a snack.
Why the blood then?
You see, go ahead and Wally, Emeric, Shaun, and Parker can go ahead and give me a wits and insight as he asks that question.
Yeah, I was trying to do blood surge and it didn't work, so I only got 1 success because the blood surge didn't go through. But what was the other one?
Ooh, this was nice.
Wits and insight.
5.
I got 0 successes.
I was writing. Did you say that I could do that as well? Because I'm watching all of this.
Oh,
happening.
you are? Okay, so from your vantage point, yeah, I'll say go ahead and you can do it as well. Wally, with your 8 successes with a crit in investigating, you do not see any old journals that would match the description of something that would be interesting enough for an anthropology student to, you don't see anything that looks even remotely old enough to be a journal that was passed down through generations.
So it's truly not here.
From what you are able to determine with your 8 successes with a crit, it does not appear to be here.
I got 3.
3 successes, okay.
I got 5.
5.
And I got 2 9s on hunger.
That's fine.
While
I only got 2 successes.
Emeric and Parker, what did you get? Okay, wait. Let me just go down the line. Parker, what?
Okay, go for it.
Going down the line. Parker, what did you get for the insight?
0.
0. Emeric.
5 with a messy crit.
5 with a messy crit.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We're gonna get to that. Shaun, you got 3. Wally got 5. And Leaf, what did you get?
Yeah, I blood surge for the thing. Sorry.
Okay.
I only got 2, and just for verification, I am watching the room, but I am like outside, like against the wall, watching through the doorway. So I can see everybody, but I'm still like very much in the shadows.
Okay. So let me just. Okay.
And I would like to attempt something while she's distracted.
Okay. So, Wally and Emeric. You both see her mouth the word fuck. And then glance up at her own forehead before looking back down at Emeric's tie. Emeric, with your messy crit, the Tremere clan compulsion is perfection.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to let me check. Hang on. Let me just read over this let me read over your compulsion real quick.
I think it's 2 dice penalty until I get a crit. I think. There might be some caveat to that, though.
Until I think you have a success in your task.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, I thought it was succeed on the same task.
Yeah.
So the Tremere compulsion. Where the fuck is it? Okay. Perfectionism. Nothing but the very best. Well, the best will satisfy them. Anything less than exceptional still instills a profound sense of failure. When afflicted by this, the warlock suffers a 2 dice penalty to all dice pools. The penalty is reduced to 1 die when actions are being repeated and removed entirely on a second repeat. This does not end until they manage to score a critical on a skill roll or the end of the scene.
So
all right.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
You catch her look up at her forehead.
Is there a red dot on her forehead?
She's wearing a black beanie. You're unsure.
Okay.
But you feel like you to truly have the correct information and all the answers, you need more information. You demand perfection right now, and the only way to be perfect is to find out where this blood's coming from. So until you get another critical on a wits and awareness test, you're going to suffer a 2 dice penalty.
And Emeric's gonna look at her and be like, "You're gonna tell us where this blood is if you want to walk out of here, and what you've done with this."
Parker, you said you were trying something while she was distracted.
Yes, I would like to activate celerity.
Okay.
To hopefully be able to use fleetness and add that to my strength and brawl roll to get the gun.
Continue speaking, Emeric, while I read up on celerity.
I'm going to need you put the gun down, tell us why Wally thinks there's blood here, and I'm going to need you to tell us who you work for, and then we can come to some sort of agreement where you manage to leave here quietly and safely.
So, Parker, you cannot add celerity to this because this is a combative test, and it's not a dexterity test.
Okay.
So, if you're going to try to... I will let you argue, though, for dexterity and brawl instead of strength and brawl.
I would, because I'm trying to snatch it.
All right,
from
so
her hands,
dexterity and brawl.
Okay.
To try to snatch the gun from her hand.
Blood surge again.
Okay.
Rest on that. So...
And I'm just gonna add, and why did you say, oh fuck?
As Emeric is talking, Leaf is going to start creeping upwards, still along the walls. And she is going to use her
what?
Her shadow cast and elongate her shadows so that the woman is within them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your rouse check for Oblivion. Let me know if you get a 0 or a 10. Or a 0 or a 1.
A 0 is just blank, right?
No, 0 is the skull, and 10 is the Ankh with the fangs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just drew a blank. I just rolled a blank. So
okay, you're good. So you failed your rouse check, so you get hungrier. What were you saying, Shaun?
Yep.
I was saying that with that one, I doubt it, but the anything in the desk.
No, you didn't spot anything in the desk with the 1. It's too messy. Parker.
I rolled a 4 with a 1 on the blood die.
You go to snatch the gun, Parker, and as you do, her hand immediately goes out and snatches one of your braids and yanks you close. She wraps an arm around your throat, and you feel the cold press of the gun barrel at your forehead, at your temple.
Of course.
Back the fuck up.
No, she's new and an annoyance, and if you kill her, you'd be doing us a favor, and then you die. So,
oh,
no.
Great! So she points the gun down and shoots at Parker's foot. Parker, go ahead and give me a dexterity and athletics with a 2 dice penalty.
Poor Parker.
Has Lanny arrived yet? Because that's really what Emeric is buying time for.
Lanny is at the door of the apartment. I gotta roll.
I got
a roll of 1.
You got a 1?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Okay.
taking the bullet.
So
Yeah, I do have a question though.
So you can
one
learn
second,
to stay in the fucking van.
Panshi, 1 second.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Shaun?
I said, would silence of death affect a gunshot?
Yes. So there's no sound of a gun.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, because I am going to try to shoot at her, not Parker, but the one shooting Parker.
All right. That's going to be a composure and firearms. You need to get 5 successes to not hit Parker.
How do I do the blood surge on the dice box?
So, okay, 1 second, let me, V5.
You do use the true option. I think it's the correct
Okay,
answer.
yeah, you do use the true option, my bad. I'm learning. Parker, from her gunshot, you're gonna take 3 points of superficial damage.
Okay.
And she also got a messy crit, so we're gonna explore what happens with this in just a moment. As soon as
A messy crit and the bestial failure on the same roll.
Mhm.
Contested
I will
roll.
say it's telling me to run tracker.
Okay. Hang on. How many dice do you have in your pool?
I have 5 in my pool, plus 2 hunger, and I was gonna blood surge for 2.
Okay. Do you want to? So I rolled for you just now. Do you want me to burn a willpower? So far you've got 5 successes with a messy critical.
Yeah, I don't need to get hungry right now.
You're not getting hungry. A messy crit is that it will mean that your clan compulsion will kick in.
Shit.
Our clan compulsion is not that bad.
It's not. You just
It's
gotta
really not.
You gotta figure out you gotta find out a secret about a person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with 5 successes, you will have already met the threshold to not hit Parker. Do you want to try to do more damage?
Burn that willpower. Burn that willpower.
I can try.
Okay, burning the willpower.
And if I can see Lanny, I'm probably going to just mouth at her, like look over and mouth, take the shot.
All right, so with 5 successes, you manage to miss. You don't hit Parker, and you hit her. You shoot her in the shoulder. So the woman has begun to move closer to the door, the balcony door, with Parker still still holding on to Parker. She has just shot her in the foot. Parker, you feel the woman tense. Her shot did not make a noise. None of the shots made a noise because she's holding Parker, who has Silence of Death up as well.
But doesn't Silence of Death only...
It affects the
works on
radius
the
around.
person?
It affects the radius around you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Parker, you feel the woman tense up and mutter shit under her breath. Emeric, Wally, Shaun, and Leaf, you see tears begin to form in this woman's eyes. Blood tears. She's leaning against, she's getting closer to the door. And hang on, I've got to look up this ability real quick.
While you're doing that, I just want to say that at this point, Leaf is attempting to get as close to her as possible while still cloaked in shadows, and she does have a stake in her hand.
Okay.
I also would like to attempt something.
So she will be attempting to stake her.
One moment. All right. So she's got to do an intelligence and fortitude roll. And a rouse check. Oh, she got hungrier. Okay, so Parker, as you are being held by this woman, you smell fresh blood. And while she's holding you, you feel the wound on your foot beginning to heal without you rousing your blood. You have already had to learn how to heal the bruises from the night you were embraced. But you're not doing this.
Oh.
The woman holding you, you feel an energy coming from her. And you feel your foot not in pain anymore as the flesh stitches back together.
Please. Please, I just don't want anybody to get hurt. Please let me go. And I would like to use maybe charisma and subterfuge to convince her to let me go.
It's a manipulation and subterfuge at this point.
Okay.
Can I use Extinguish Vitae on her?
Let me look up what that does real quick.
It's a contested roll, and if I win, they get hungrier.
But I get to use
Okay.
Ingenue.
Yes, you can use ingenue. Sorry, there's a lot happening, and I knew this was going to happen too. I was fully prepared for it. I have 3 books in front of me right now.
And can I also use my subterfuge specialty?
Yes. Extinguish Vitae. Stamina and composure. Alright, so, Leaf, I need you to make a dexterity and stealth check to see if you can go unnoticed.
I rolled a 7 with a messy crit.
7 with a messy crit. Okay. I'll say you get hungrier.
That puts me at 4 hunger.
Okay. I need you to make a composure and I need you to make a frenzy check.
Yeah, because the Blueberry Bread is gonna do that shit. Mm-hmm.
And that's composure and resolve.
I think for the frenzy check, it's your unspent willpower and a third of your humanity.
Okay.
Leaf, what did you roll for your
I rolled 6 successes with a crit.
6 successes with a crit? Okay. She doesn't appear to see you because she's focused on Parker.
But now things are changing, so...
Parker is rolling for frenzy because she's at 4 hunger. And there is blood right near her.
You can't spend willpower on this, can you?
Nope.
Come on, Parker, your first diablerie.
No, it's not going to happen.
Baby's first diablerie.
So,
Baby's first diablerie.
Parker, you smell this kindred's blood, and it is better than anything else you have smelled so far. And you want nothing more than to take a bite and to start drinking.
I do it.
Okay. Emeric, you were doing Extinguish Vitae?
Yep.
Use your intelligence and blood sorcery?
Yep. What the fuck? Why not? Just gonna go with another messy crit because it's 5 successes. Might as well.
Remember, you
Just
also
let it
have
ride.
you also have your penalty.
Oh right. Okay, so I'll blood surge first. That's cool,
Yep.
and then I'll re-roll. All right, so I passed that blood surge. I'm gonna also rouse for the Extinguished Vitae, which I also passed. And now I've got the 5 dice to roll again, so we'll try that again. 3 successes. I'll just leave it. It's fine.
3
I'm not gonna spend
successes.
willpower on 1 dice so I can re-roll, so it's fine. Yeah,
3 successes. She got 6.
fair enough.
Parker, go ahead and do a dexterity and athletics. Oh wait, no, dex and brawl to try to bite her. Leaf, what are you doing? Wally, Leaf, and Shaun, what are you 2 doing? Starting with Leaf. With 3 doing with starting with Leaf.
I just have a real quick question before I make this decision.
Yes.
When you're feeding off of a kindred that's staked, what happens? Is that like...
Whoever is feeding from that kindred will be bloodbound to them. So if Parker tries to drink from this kindred, you know that she will be bloodbound to her because you are in a blood bond yourself right now, and you know that information. So she will be ingratiated. She'd be more basically she would be more willing to do stuff for the kindred she drinks from.
Okay. So what Leaf is going to do in this moment with both of her abilities activated, she is going to would it make sense for her to be behind this woman at this point?
No.
As she's like
Not
facing...
behind. No. She is
Not
already
behind right now?
She is already at the balcony door. She's been inching closer while holding Parker.
Okay, but she's like backing up, inching closer?
Yes.
Is that what's... Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, then what's going to happen, I guess, is while Leaf is still undetected, she's going to yank the woman away from Parker and into her and straight into the stake that she has pointed right at the woman's chest.
That would be strength and brawl to pull her away from Parker. And it would be at a penalty because Parker is actively trying to eat her.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll strength and brawl with a -2 dice penalty.
I have a question though.
I
Would
didn't-
it be -2 if I went to go to try to get to pull away Parker?
If you're gonna pull away Parker, you would be having to go up against her. You would have to beat the roll she has rolled against this kindred. It would be a strength and brawl.
But would it help Leaf as well?
It would take away the penalty from Leaf, yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then what do I need to roll?
Strength and brawl. Wally, what are you doing?
People seem to have everything just handled, and I am way too fragile to get involved in this sort of shit.
So you're just staying out of the way?
I am going... Is anyone looking at me?
I'm gonna say no. Because
I
everyone's
am not
either
there
focused...
anymore.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me a rouse check for unseen passage.
I passed. I am going to disappear, go behind Emeric and say, "Don't look." And I'm going to start rummaging through anything that might be useful on where the fuck is this diary, as it doesn't seem to be here. Do I find anything that points out that it is sent to someone else was here before even that girl? Is there any text messages that this guy might have sent that
So that's going to take a while.
away?
So that's going to take a while.
Yeah,
So
while they're sorting that shit.
while they're sorting that stuff out. So it's going to be another intelligence and investigation roll to search the apartment while they're doing this.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll that.
I'm here to do my job.
Yes.
I'm
Parker,
going to blitz search for that.
what did you get on your roll?
Okay.
I got a
pass.
3.
You got a 3.
So
One
real
second.
quick,
Mm-hmm.
Lanny was also supposed to be taking a shot.
If she can, if she is able to, then yeah, she will.
What's her
use
dice pool for composure and firearms?
She typically is more of a quick draw person. She has a quick draw specialty.
It would
so
have
six.
to be composure and firearms
Oh well.
because
that's
of the Parker of it all.
Whatever. We
of it
can just
all.
roll a dice. If she hits Parker, she hits Parker. I'm not fine. That's terrible. Why are you killing me? She was designed for dexterity and fire, but it's
I
fine.
know.
It's fine. 5 dice then. She'll take the shot. That's fine. 6 if you let her use the quick draw anyway.
She got 4 successes. Parker. All right. So a lot of things happened at once. This woman, Parker, you moved to attack this woman and I had you roll strength and brawl, correct? Or dex and brawl?
Dex and brawl.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Would I add my celerity to that?
Did you make the rouse check for celerity?
It would be a
I
combat
did
check.
previously.
It would be a combat check. Yeah, this is a combat check. It has to be
Okay.
non-combative.
Never mind.
Okay. So, you go to lunge at this woman, and as you do, she shoves you right into Shaun's arms. Lilith, go ahead and make the roll to try to grab and stake her. I have the difficulty set.
Okay, well, I just had a question. Since that just happened, I would just stake her at this point.
Okay,
I wouldn't
it's still a roll to
grab.
stake her. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll strength and melee.
Damn it, that was only 2 successes.
2 successes is not enough. You go to lunge and stab at her, but she quickly backs out of the way and immediately runs out through the blinds to leap off the balcony.
I chase after her. Just do it.
Go ahead and give me a stamina and athletics roll to chase her.
And I'm going to have Lanny also chase after her.
Okay. What's her stamina and athletics pool?
Stamina athletics or dexterity athletics?
Stamina and athletics.
7 dice.
7 dice, okay.
That girl goes to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And then you rolling.
So I'm currently holding on to a rabid.
Yeah, you're holding on to a rabid Parker right now.
I am not letting go.
Strength and brawl to hold on to her, and Parker, you're gonna do the same. Roll.
Strength and brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Bestial failure.
Bestial failure. Okay.
Can I blood search?
Oh,
Otherwise, I'm rolling all hunger dice.
Do you want to go from 4 to 5 hunger?
You can also take
That's
half.
true. I won't. I'll take half. Oh, that's 2.
I would like to spend a willpower, actually. Now is not the time for this. I'd like to spend a willpower.
Okay.
And Emeric is probably also going to chase after, but a little ways behind, because, he's not nearly as good at the combat situations.
Is 2 successes enough, or is that bestial failure still kicking me in the ass?
Leaf, you go to chase after her, but what you didn't anticipate when you ran through the blinds is that she yanked the rope and pulled it taut as she leapt off. You trip over it, having not seen it. Lanny tumbling after you. And you feel your head crack against the railing as you do so. She got a messy crit. And sees when Lanny fell as well, she also took a hit and got hurt as well. You see the woman turn around to turn around to look at you guys as you're collapsed on the balcony. And you see her conflicted. Emeric, you see when you move out to the balcony, you see her down there conflicted, looking like she wants to help.
Is she looking at us?
She's looking at Lanny and Leaf. To try to get her gaze, it would be another manipulation and subterfuge roll.
I'll attempt it.
Okay.
I won't even blood surge it, but I will attempt it.
Okay.
And I'll be I'll say you should come back.
Okay.
And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes, and she has to roll.
I don't know. Wits and awareness.
It's mesmerized. Oh, right.
I haven't rolled the mesmerize roll yet. I rolled the get the tension roll.
5 successes. She does look at you.
All right, then I will say, and this will be the mesmerize. I will say, come back here and help us after you give me that gun.
by placing it in my hand and keeping your fingers off the trigger.
Okay, manipulation and dominate.
Will do. And I will blood surge this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that blood dice. I'm hungrier. But I'm at 3 hunger now, so that's okay. And then... Okay, come on, dice pool. And can I burn a willpower?
Yep.
Okay, that is 2, 4, 6, 7 successes, no crit.
7 successes, no crit. She is also going to spend a willpower. She got 8 successes with a crit.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
Hey, I built her for fortitude.
That's fine. It's fine.
She looks at you and like mouths a sorry and then throws the gun at you and just takes off running.
Do I have to dodge the gun?
No, she's just throwing the gun at your direction.
Okay.
Kind of just kind of just like making it seem like she even despite like you, because you felt it not work. You could see it in her eyes. She didn't get that glazed over look in her eye. Mm-hmm. But she threw the gun in your direction anyway, kind of just to be like, fuck this shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, like that.
And I tried to catch the gun so it doesn't, accidentally go off or something crazy. Or is it not that close to me?
It's not that close to you.
Fair enough.
She just throws it in your general direction. It doesn't go off when it hits the ground. Okay. It landed on the grass, so it's like it wasn't like that big of a impact.
I will climb down and collect the gun because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, she just takes off.
Somebody want to take care of this feral?
Yeah, there is a feral Parker in that Shaun is holding on to, and he's barely able to hold on to her.
Leaf will
I'll
recuperate from this shit and look at Parker with a glare that could, the phrase, if looks could kill, here we fucking are. And then she cuts her wrist.
Oh.
And allows Parker to take a drink.
That is a choice.
I don't think Parker would know any better. I think she would accept.
Yeah.
Parker. She's frenzied.
Yeah, she's frenzying. She wouldn't care. So Parker, you feel the blood touch your lips. Leaf, go ahead and make a rouse check for me to see if you get hungrier from this exchange.
I mean, I would have chosen.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
Yes, I do get hungrier.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it your turn to frenzy?
What hunger?
What's your hunger at?
I just went to hunger 4.
It's okay. There's no actual spilled blood. The only spilled blood in the room right now is Leaf's. She's not going to get frenzy over her own blood. She doesn't get any sustenance out of that.
God, okay. I would hope not.
The kindred is gone. The one that was actively bleeding is gone.
I mean, I would have gone for a steak, but hey, each their own.
Parker, I need you to roll your unspent willpower and a third of your humanity again to resist continuing to drink from Leaf.
Okay.
Wally, you notice that Dennis has not woken up through any of this. He is.
Can I, in the
fast
midst
asleep.
of my search, go and look that he's alive?
Yeah, no, he's alive. He is just asleep. He is in a deep sleep, and you don't know what the fuck is causing it.
How many melatonin gummies have you eaten, young man?
But you while this is all happening, you searched through the apartment. You look through drawers and everything very quickly, and you can't find an old journal.
It's not here, and if someone says otherwise, I am going to kill them myself.
I'm pretty sure the kindred who got away might have it.
Is there any indication of neighbors like turning their lights on or anything like that going on? Something that we might have to also handle and clean up?
Give me a wits and awareness check.
Sure, I'll do that.
And meanwhile, Parker's trying to diablerize Leaf.
No.
What did you
I
get?
rolled 4 successes.
4 successes. Excellent. I'll say you are able to slake 2 hunger from Leaf before you can come to your senses enough to pull away.
If I let you go, are you going to bite me?
No.
Only if you ask.
Next time, stay in the fucking van and do as you're fucking told.
Next
I really-
time, check the fucking perimeter.
Who's the one that decided to go after the gun and change up this whole fucking situation?
Question, just for clarity, is Shaun still restraining Parker at this moment?
I just let go of her as soon as she said no, she wasn't going to bite me.
Emeric is going to give Shaun a look and then look at Parker and like, control her.
She's not
Excuse
my
me?
kid.
No, she's somebody else's kid, and he just immediately handed her off to us. What a
But-
fucking shit show.
And Emeric's going to reach casually into his satchel and put his gun inside and take out a stake and look at Leaf. Should we just put her down for a nap and solve this problem right now?
No,
Listen,
she's fine now.
Emeric, what did you get on your wits and awareness?
4.
4? All right, so you do notice that none of the apartments next door look like they had any lights come on. It seems like the silence of death that was encompassing the entire room from 3 sources kept things pretty quiet.
Excellent.
However, you do notice there's blood on the back of Parker's head.
Blood on the back of Parker's head. Okay, I guess I will go over there and just sort of like look at like and just maybe like what did you get shot in the head? And sort of,
As you look at her hair, you notice that the blood that's on the back of Parker's head is not coming from a wound and looks like it was rubbed off against her hair.
Oh, I got shot in the foot, but it's fine now.
no, there. And he's just gonna look at the hair and like sort of like this is not yours. I don't think. Where did you hit your head? Where did you rub your head on?
Well, I mean, I was kind of trying to get away from that lady.
Was she bleeding?
Why
She
you think?
She
cried.
was.
Was her head against the back of your head?
Probably. I mean, she was behind me.
Can I make a roll, Crafty? An occult roll on this one?
Parker, did you let him know that your foot was healed?
She just said it.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that I
So-
was shot in the foot, but it's fine now.
Emeric, go ahead and roll an intelligence and occult. Anyone who wants to make an intelligence and occult roll with this information
Yes.
they are hearing can do so.
By the way, I asked if I had also found any trace on where the thing might be. Like, did he pass it on? But there's no trace.
There's no trace. You would probably have to
Okay.
talk to Dennis, who is passed.
We
the
have to
fuck
wake
out.
up the sleeping beauty. Intelligence and occult,
Mhm.
right?
Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So I only get to roll 4 dice because of my current Bane, but I did get a crit, but I am at 3 hunger with 4 dice, so you know what that means.
Okay.
It's
That's a
6.
6.
It's 6 successes with a messy crit that I can't fix, but it's a thing.
Okay. Wally?
I have a 6.
6.
Regular crit.
6 with a regular crit and 6 with a messy crit. Both of you.
I got a 2.
Okay, so you wouldn't know this, Leaf. But Emeric and Wally, both of you, as you're absorbing this information, are aware and have heard tale of an extinct clan.
We ate that.
Of an extinct clan of kindred who had the capabilities of healing, who were rumored to have a third eye that whenever they used their disciplines, they would bleed from. And Emeric, especially. Mm-hmm. That very Tremere part of you knows exactly what you just encountered and what blood is on Parker's head right now. Mm-hmm. You know without a certainty because you know everything about Clan Tremere as much as as you've tried to gather as much information as you can being a part of this clan. You know that you just encountered a salubri.
And I've touched the blood that was in the back of Parker's head, yeah? Just so we're on the same page.
There's a drop. There is enough for a taste for you to use the discipline taste of blood.
I'm going to put it in my mouth.
I'm going to put it in my mouth and use taste of blood.
Don't lick my head.
So taste of blood. Taste of blood. To be able to get without a doubt confirmation that this is a salubri, you would have to roll a crit.
Yeah, no, I get that. And let's see,
so
what is the roll?
I believe it's your intelligence and blood sorcery.
Let me make sure.
Oh, I actually pulled up. It's resolve and blood sorcery.
Okay, I didn't think it. I think it's the same pool, but it didn't feel right to me, so I just wanted to double check. So, yeah, resolve and blood sorcery. Can I blood surge this and take that risk? Because why not?
Yep.
For hunger! Yay!
And you are licking blood.
And yeah! Not just any blood, the blood of the clan his clan wronged.
Mother, I didn't know they had it coming. Salon had it coming. I'm just saying.
He's going to kill Parker.
No, I'm not going to kill Parker. Probably.
There's blood on her.
Well, what the hell? It's another messy crit. 6 successes with the messy crit.
I have a feeling I should bring blood bags next
time. Can I just have like paranoia at this point, or just not hunger? I can have hunger. I get hungry. That'd be terrifying.
So, Emeric, you touch the blood to your tongue, and it is everything that was rumored and more within the Chantries. It practically sings on your tongue, this blood. And as you taste it, you know this is a kindred's blood. And you know, without a doubt now, that this is blood from Clan Salubri. And you, as a Tremere, need to fucking find them. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you so much for joining us for the first episode, the first official episode of St. Pete by Night Mementos. Thank you so much to my players. Make sure to check us out on our Twitch channel where we have episodes 5 days a week. On Sundays, we have Bloody Strings. On Tuesdays, we have Rage Across Tampa, our Werewolf the Apocalypse stream. On Thursdays, we have our vampire game, Don't Get Caught. On Fridays, we have What the Hell Is That? The Hunter the Reckoning stream. And on Saturdays, we have our After Dark specials where we talk to people of our community in World of Darkness and in St. Pete by Night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you all here next week. Bye!
This has been a St. Petersburg by Night production. Mementos is produced in agreement with the World of Darkness and Darkback. The storyteller for Mementos is Nikki. Tonight's characters were voiced by Lisha, Wax, Rowe, Panshi, and Lilith. Visit our website at stpetbynight.com for more information about all of our productions and how you can become part of our community. Thank you for listening. Until next time, fangs, stakes, and claws out.